This time, we would like to invite Dr. Oki Okero to our stage. It's an honor to have him. Oki graduated for both his MBA and his DBA at Business School Netherlands. Oki is the director of our BSN Impact Center for Great Leadership. He's a member of the BSN International Advisory Board, and he's a set advisor and action learning coach in BSN in Nigeria. Next to all of this, Oki is Vice President and Managing Partner at the Culture Factor Group. Oki, may I invite you to start?
I'm going to practice the little Dutch that I picked up on my trips to Amsterdam. So if it sounds funny, please don't laugh. Goedemiddag. Mijn naam is Okechukwu Okere. Het is mijn eer om met voor te spreken. I'm going to stop there so I don't say something offensive in Dutch. Distinguished, thank you very much. So it's a good thing that the translator missed that part. Distinguished faculty, our International Advisory Board, and then nice, dear friend and mentor, I would say. Devoted families that are here, and above all, our incredible graduating MBA and DBA students from Business School Netherlands. This is your day. Congratulations. Gefeliciteerd. Today, my friends, we celebrate a monumental accomplishment. You have mastered the rigors of theory tests, action learning programs, ALPs or ALPs as they call them, and of course your dissertations. You didn't just earn a degree, you forged a profound understanding of the world while navigating your careers, your families, the demanding studies as well. Your success, my friends, is a testament to your resilience and your dedication. But as we celebrate you today, we must look up. The world that you now emerge to lead is a kaleidoscope of complexity. On one hand, this world is intensely digitalized. It's offering us unprecedented tools for connection and innovation. On the other hand, however, the world that you're about to lead is profoundly divided and chaotic. It is strained by climate urgency and polarization. My friends, we stand at a critical inflection point in this intricate and high-stakes environment that you have been called to lead. The question now for you is not what you know. The question I will pose to you is what kind of leader you will choose to be. What kind of leader you will choose to be. My answer to that question, and of course the theme of my speech today, is you must be a responsible leader. The kind of leader that champions sustainability, which you have heard about today, in this digital yet divided world. So my short charge to you today is titled, The Responsible Leader's Mandate, Building Bridges in a Digital World. In Business School Netherlands, we emphasize 4 pillars of leadership. Can you remember them? Maybe we should take the degrees back. The first one is responsible leadership. The second one is performance leadership. The third one is decision-making leadership. And the fourth one is change leadership. These four pillars are connected and they depend on each other. However, I strongly believe that responsible leadership is the bedrock of the 4 pillars of leadership. Without responsible leadership, performance is going to be only extraction and extractive, transactional. Decision-making without responsibility is going to be reckless. And change leadership without responsibility is going to lead to chaos. Responsible leadership, therefore, is not just a compliance checklist, it is an act of stewardship. It means making deliberate, ethical choices to lead with integrity, to care for the people that you work with, for the communities you work in, and for the planet that you live in. This principle of responsible leadership is universal, yet its application is nuanced sometimes and complex. I'm saying this because this ideal of responsible leadership is being challenged today by two very important forces in our era: rapid digitalization and profound social division. Let's take a look at digitalization and technology and how it's impacting responsible leadership. Technology today is an undeniable part of our lives. You don't have any management education today that is complete without understanding how to leverage technology to succeed. Technology has become the key differentiator for business and business success. However, as a tool, technology is also a mirror. It simply reflects the leadership that is standing behind it. If you use technology responsibly, it will be a magnificent tool for collaboration, for connection, for progress. Just cast your mind back to a few years ago during the pandemic, how technology enabled people across the world from different continents to collaborate and develop a vaccine in record time. However, if technology is used irresponsibly, it becomes a tool for division, to amplify bias, to fuel misinformation, and to continue to isolate us in echo chambers. Your mandate is to ensure that technology that you use in your organization, that it serves humanity and not the other way around. You must shape the organizational cultures, the cultures that you lead. You must shape those cultures to utilize digital tools in an ethical, inclusive, and accountable manner. And I dare say, my friends, that neutrality in this case is not an option. We can't be neutral here. You have to choose to be on one side. And I hope that you're going to be on the side of being responsible. A bit more about technology, my friends. Communication technology, particularly, especially social media, is currently at the center of feisty debates that deal with responsible leadership. As an expert in organizational culture and national cultures, thanks to PSN, I am deeply saddened to see how social media is being used irresponsibly by individuals, by organizations, and in some cases as well, by the governments of powerful nations. Social media was intended to be a bridge builder and a connector, but increasingly social media is becoming a vehicle for polarization, for discrimination, for hate speech, and other things that divide us. As responsible leaders, we should be good examples of the use of social media and communication technologies. This ethical responsibility about using technology, it doesn't only fall with social media, it transcends into other areas of leadership, including how you manage issues like diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I want to be direct about the challenge of diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI as we refer to it. We are currently witnessing around the world the rollback of diversity, equity, and inclusion. In some of the world's most influential, most powerful countries, and one of those countries I will choose not to name, politicians, policymakers, and some business leaders are retreating towards what they call identity-blind frameworks. They dismiss diversity as a burden rather than a strategic advantage. My friends, this is a profound mistake. Our company, the Culture Factor Group, located in over 60 countries in the world, and other firms like ours, we've done research that proves that well-managed diverse teams outperform homogeneous teams over time. And that is clear. It's undeniable. Diversity is not a weakness. Diversity is a strength for an organization. When you begin to marginalize and weaken diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in your organization, you are going to silence voices, you are going to continue to promote systemic inequities, and that division that we experience in the world today will continue to widen. As responsible leaders, we are charging you, as you build innovation, build bridges, not walls. Listen where others amplify noise. In this world where technology is forcing polarization, striving to be a responsible leader who courageously stands for harmony and for equity will make you, our BSN graduate, truly exceptional. Now, let's look at these challenges again and take it back to the core of your MBA and your DBA learning. Let's talk about the influence that you wield now that you are a leader. In my own thesis, I found that leaders, when I was doing my doctorate research here in BSN, I found that leaders are perhaps the single most important element in shaping not only the organization, the culture of the organizations they lead, but the worldview of the people that work with them. It's amazing how much influence you wield as a corporate leader. Did you know that a lot of people choose to do an MBA program because of their boss? Their boss influences to a large extent the university or the school that they choose to do their MBA program in. In some cases, we've actually even seen, there's research to prove, that your boss to some extent might influence even your choice of a life partner. That's how much influence that bosses have in the organization. So crucially, as leaders, you will influence the professional trajectory and personal life decisions of those that work with you. So your commitment to sustainability, to ethics, and to diversity is so important in this case because you're not just doing it for yourself or the organization. The people that work with you are watching you, learning from you, and in many cases, unconsciously repeating what they see you do. So as you lead this hall, my friends, I want you to remember this mandate of responsible leadership. Every leader has a stark choice. You can cling to a narrow, outdated definition of responsibility that you chase profits alone, you look at shareholder interests, shareholder value, and continue to reinforce division or exploit resources. If you continue with that path, of course, it will lead to fragility. Alternatively, you can adopt responsible leadership, which will involve building trust, managing diversity with respect, using technology responsibly, ethically, and also integrating sustainability into every decision that you make. If you follow this path, it will yield resilience, it will yield confidence and lasting results, not just for you, but for your organization and the communities you serve. In my ethnic group, the Igbo people of Nigeria, we have a profound saying, and I will try and say it in my language so that I hope my father, if he's watching this, will not laugh at me. Yeah, and it's roughly interpreted as the one who has people on their side is greater than the one who has all the money but stands alone. When you demonstrate responsible leadership, the employees who work for you, the customers you serve, the communities you impact will place a higher value on you and your organization as well. I'm challenging you, my dear fellow alums from BSN, don't measure your leadership by what you achieve alone. Measure it by the bridges you build, the sustainability you secure, the humanity you preserve in this technological age. So ultimately, I am charging you, my friends, responsible leadership isn't about what you do for yourself, it's about what you enable all of humanity to do, or to enable all of us to do together, sustainably and responsibly. Again, I say to you, my dear colleagues, congratulations, the world needs you now more than ever. Be the responsible leader that we hope you will be. Thank you very much.